Hi, I'm Marc Belaiche, co-founder of Guhuza. In this video, I'm going to share with you a quick introduction about how the platform works and answer some of the early questions that you might have. First of all, our co-founders, myself and DiFrancesco, we're also the co-founders of TorontoJobs.ca, which is a job board and a recruitment company. And then we also have Ray Gertner, who is our Chief Technology Officer. So high level of Guhuza. Um, just a little bit of a history. COVID changed things in 2020 for us, for everybody, for the world. Although the average time to fill a position is still 36 days, we wanted to create something different, something new. Employers need people when they need them. They can't afford to wait. And the next generation of job seekers don't want all the administration that older generations of job seekers had. And there's lots of problems with current models for both employers and job seekers. So we planned to fix these problems. Well, first off, what's the deal with the name? Well, Guhuza connects people. So we found a name that embodies connect, and to connect in Rwandan means Guhuza and vice versa. So we wanted something a little bit different. We wanted something a little bit ambiguous. And other considerations in a name, we didn't want jobs hiring resume because we didn't want people to think Guhuza is a job board, and we needed the URL to be available for the platform. So our focus when we built this was accelerating the speed from staffing need to interviewing qualified candidates. So just that piece, from the time you get a need, a job order, requirement within a company, to the time you start interviewing qualified candidates. So think of all those steps, and I'm going to go through that in these videos. Think of all the steps that have to happen in order for you to start interviewing qualified candidates and how much time it takes. And we wanted to provide solutions for both candidates and employer problems. So some of the frameworks that we looked at was Uber, Netflix, and dating sites. So for example, with Uber, you say where you want to go from and to, you push a button and a driver shows up. Well, in Guhuza, same kind of concept. You put your job description in, you push a button, and candidates show up. Netflix, you can choose from different videos, and dating sites, you have the option of next, next, next until you find the candidate that you like. So those are the concepts that we used. So for staffing firms, what we found is that it takes too long to present, and this applies to employers as well, but to staffing firms, it takes too long to present candidates. Recruiters are doing low value tasks like administrative tasks that should not be done by a recruiter. Recruiters should be spending time interviewing. They should be spending time not scheduling, but actually doing talking to candidates. And then we also found that there's a recency or unconscious bias whereby a candidate that is interviewed today or a candidate that applies today is worth more than that same candidate may have applied, or we had the resume from 6 months ago. So we found these issues. And then underutilizing the database of the staffing firm, whereby the recruiters don't use the candidates that are in the database. Instead, they rely on candidates that are fresh, that are new coming in. So with Guhuza, interview within 15 minutes. Recruiters are doing for interview. Our goal is to get you your first candidate to be interviewed within 15 minutes. Recruiters are doing interviews. We want to eliminate that bias, and we want to be able to search your own database. So other challenges for recruiters: average 36 days to fill a position, ghosting where candidates don't show up, business demands have sped up where employers are demanding faster candidates, and then how do you use AI? There's all this talk about AI and what to do, but how to use it. So real life experiences, recruiting for clients, frustrations of connecting with candidates, pressure to fill positions quickly, and there's competition. So again, we just want to keep it simple. Upload the job, click find candidates, and start interviewing live. So in Guhuza, we don't receive resumes, review resumes, contact candidates, or you don't go through any of that stuff. We eliminate all this time, which is so frustrating. So very simple, recruiter uploads the job description. We search this plus this plus this to get your best matches to get pinged to interview live. So if the Guhuza database plus your own ATS, applicant tracking system, if you have it integrated with Guhuza, plus other job boards. So it's very simple. You click find candidates, candidates show up here. This is the recruiter, this is the candidate, other people show up in the waiting room. So we didn't want to just fix problems for employers, we wanted to also look at job seekers. So think of all the time that they're spending on researching applying and never hearing back, and it's overall a frustrating process. So we just said we just want to notify candidates for relevant jobs. There's no wasted efforts, and they get notified when there's a live interview, and it's using cutting edge technology. So changing job seeker expectations, there's also been a shift in candidate expectations where they want stuff on their phone. Candidates want stuff directly on their mobile device. There's increased demand for streamlined processes. There's changing attitudes towards job search by candidates, and there's a low unemployment rate. And these issues are everywhere. Greater Toronto Area, Canada, US, worldwide. So for candidates, we just wanted to keep it simple as well. Upload resume, candidates get pinged by text, email, push, and they interview live. This will be an example of a text message that comes in. And here's the Guhuza difference. Currently, you might have day 1, you get the order, requisition. Days 1 to 3 you source, post, advertise, schedule. Days 3 to 7, you do your first interviews. Day 7, you present candidates to the client. Well, in Guhuza's world, 9 o'clock, you get the order, requisition. 10 o'clock, you click find candidates. 10:15, you're doing your first interview. And by 12 o'clock, you're presenting candidates to your client. This fits every kind of search. So as long as they have a phone, as long as they have a resume, as long as they can get pinged, it doesn't matter if it's junior, senior, gig, contract, perm, temp. We've had success at senior level positions. We've had success at junior, part-time, temporary, and so on. So benefits for everybody: staffing firms, recruiters doing high value work, reduce advertising costs because you're tapping into your own databases or databases that are there instead of advertising, and only candidates that are matched get pinged. You close deals faster. There's no more ghosting. Long search and applying time eliminated for job seekers. The time interviewing is greater than the time applying. Job seekers get hired faster and no more ghosting. So you can see some of the comments that we've had from candidates and staffing firms. So ask yourself, how many placements have you lost? How much are you spending money on? How much money are you spending on ads? How much have you been losing because of you've been looking just at recent candidates, and how much does ghosting cost you? So getting started with Guhuza, very simple. It's seamless and frictionless. We'll do everything. We'll drive the matches. We can integrate different job boards. We'll launch. We'll give you the training. We'll give you unlimited support, and we'll do all the onboarding for you as well. Thanks for watching.